Okay, this is going to be lesson number 8. And this is going to be answering questions with some adverbs of frequency. Answering with adverbs of frequency. So the question could be like this: how often, how often, or how often? Some people say how often. Let me make it a little more better here. So how often, or how often do you, go to the movies? Go to the movies. ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas al cine? How often do you sleep late? How often do you sleep late? How often do you practice the guitar? How often do you practice the guitar? How often do you read a book? How often do you read a book? How often do you go to the library? How often do you go to the library? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas a la biblioteca? So you can follow the structures here. So how often do you go to the movies? How often do you go to the movies? How often do you sleep late? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente duermes hasta tarde? How often do you practice the guitar? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente practicas la guitarra? How often do you read a book? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente lees un libro? How often do you go to the library? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas a la biblioteca? So these would be the questions. And the answers could be, I go to the movies. I go to the movies. I sleep late. I sleep late. I read a book. Okay. I read a book. I read a book. I go to the library. Go to the library. I go to the library. I practice the guitar. And then you can say once, okay, and now we could use some adverbs. You could do this once or twice or maybe 3 times. 3 times a week. It could be 3 times a week, 3 times a month, 3 times a month. So you can go this way. Let's do here the little map. I go to the movies. I sleep late. I read a book. I go to the library. I practice the guitar. Once, una vez. Twice, 2 veces. Or 3 times, 3 veces. 3 times. And from all these guys, you can go this way. Follow the arrows right here. 3 times a week or 3 times a month. Okay. So let's do some examples. I'm gonna need some space here. So I'm gonna go to another board. Let's see. Okay, so how often do you go to the movies? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas al cine? How often do you sleep late? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente duermes hasta tarde? How often do you practice the guitar? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente practicas la guitarra? How often do you read a book? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente lees un libro? How often do you go to the library? ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas a la biblioteca? Oh, I go to the movies. Okay, from here, you can go this way here. Follow the path right here. And you go this way. So I go to the movies once a week. You follow the arrows right here. I go to the movies once a week. I sleep late once a month. I read a book 3 times a month. Leo un libro 3 veces al mes. I go to the library twice a month. Voy a la biblioteca 2 veces al mes. I practice the guitar twice a week. Practico la guitarra 2 veces a la semana. Let's do some examples here, a few. I'm going to clear this and I'll do some examples. Here's the question. How often do you go to the movies? Go to the movies. How often do you go to the movies? And your answer would be, I go to the movies. I go to the movies twice a week. Voy al cine 2 veces a la semana. And you can make another question. How often do you go to the library? Go to the library. ¿Qué tan frecuentemente vas a la biblioteca? How often do you go to the library? Well, your answer can be, I go to the library twice a month, 2 veces al mes, twice a month. And so. So you can do many combinations, and now you have a structure to ask questions using some of the adverbs of frequency. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.